A lot of people talk about burnout. That topic is pretty much out there now, and I'm glad it is, because we do need to talk more about that. We need to not just raise awareness, but also see how we can help people. The World Health Organization is also covering this extensively and has recognized that as a real problem in the workforce. Let's unpack for a second. What does burnout mean to me? What is my definition? How would I describe burnout to somebody who never heard of this before? I use the vase example. Imagine this beautiful vase. Strong, sturdy, perfect, right? Shiny. Now imagine that vase falls down on the floor. Concrete floor, stone floor, no matter floor, whatever the floor is, it falls down. What happens? It cracks and breaks into 1,000 pieces. So you can leave the 1,000 pieces on the floor, or you pick them up and you find a really good glue. And the task is to glue every single piece correctly back together so it resembles that vase that we had before. And mission accomplished. We put it together. It is the beautiful vase. We can see where the cracks were. We can see those scars. But the vase is back to functioning. It's back on the table. It's ready to go again. Now what happens to the vase if there's a little shutter, if there is a little knock at it? Well, because it was broken before, chances are that it's very likely that it cracks much more quicker and simpler than it ever did before, right? Before it shattered into 1,000 pieces, that was the state where it was the most robust stage in. So now where we have it glued back together, chances that it breaks again are much higher than before. And this is the metaphor that I'm using to describe burnout for us humans. You as a human, you enter the workforce, you're strong, you're healthy, you're resilient, you are just ready to roll, right? You give it your all. You give it your everything. You ignore your own self-care and your boundaries until that moment comes when you break into 1,000 pieces. Just like that vase. And then you take time off. And that time off is needed to put everything back together, to heal. You will have probably a GP, a doctor by your side helping you. You will have some time off to really try to put the pieces back together. And you will be successful and you will be able to go back to work. But just like the vase, those scars remain and those breakage points remain. Even though you put it back together and you're now able to work again, don't forget the scars. The scars remain. And that also means that people who had a burnout once, the chances to have another burnout is much higher than someone completely healthy starting from scratch in the first place, never had a burnout before. But if you had one before, those scars, those little ripples, more likely to open up again and break again. Why am I telling you this? Because self-care is not selfish. Self-care is your lifeline to a healthy, thriving career and subsequent well-being. If you don't take care of yourself, who is? So obviously, my advice is prevent that burnout in the first place. But if it did happen to you already, I am truly, genuinely sorry that this happened. You deserve better. And please make sure that it doesn't happen again. Please focus on healing. Please focus on a healthy, thriving life. Most jobs are not worth our health to be risked for. Because with burnout, there's a lot of side symptoms too. I'm thinking of anxiety disorder, panic attacks, high cholesterol that could lead to a stroke or a heart attack. It's a serious topic. It's so serious that the World Health Organization talks about it too and really calls out the problem. So This video today was about sharing my view on burnout in a quite simplistic way, but really bringing it home what it means on a human level. At Empthrive, we always say, stay safe and feel empowered. That is not a fancy tagline. These are not buzzwords. We mean it, truly. Because you deserve it. Every human out there deserves to lead and live a happy, healthy life. Reach out to us if we can help in any form. If you need to talk to somebody about your situation, if you want to unpack certain situations, we're here for you. Reach out, book your slot, let's talk.